Nobody to get guilty here and
my favorite superhero, the Retractor.
Favorite figures of 2024. I don't know if I've ever teased or hyped a video so much in my life, and it is for that reason that I have been super duper stressed out to make this video. I know that sounds ridiculous, but man, this really was scaring me, and the main reason is because this was just a really, really good year for the hobby, man. Dear God, y'all, I need to put into perspective that this right here, this video in particular, is my top 10 favorite, meaning that these are the figures that had the biggest impact on me, that I enjoyed the absolute most this year. This has nothing to do with objective quality. It has nothing to do with, it's all just personal preference. It's completely subjective. These are my favorite figures because they're from series I love. They were just really, really enjoyable to me. They were characters I've wanted for a long time, so on and so forth. Or maybe they just really surprised me and ended up being absolute bangers. There was a lot of amazing figures released this year, and I do kind of plan on making another video that'll hopefully give some of those figures the spotlight as well, because good lord, the amount of amazing figures that particularly came out of SH Figuarts this year are absolutely insane. But honestly, quite a few bangers came out of Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi as well. But with that being said, I realized that I was stressing about this thing too hard, and I just needed to make it. I just needed to pick the top 10 and get to it. And I'm going to be honest with you guys right now. I'm going to get you guys all ready right here. Throughout this year, I constantly said, this figure might make my top 10. This one might make my top 10. This one might make my top 10. Again, it was so hard to pick these figures because, again, this was an incredible year for the hobby, for the industry. There are tons of figures that deserve to be on this list that aren't here. And it is for that reason that I am going to do a few honorable mentions before we jump into it. So with that being said, let's get into the list and start with the honorable mentions. For my first honorable mentions, these are going to be a bit of a surprise, but it's going to be the Frieren and the Sunraku. I ended up really enjoying these. I did have a bit of a rocky start with the Frieren, but once I actually started to sit down and play with her, I've actually found she's a really fun figure. I was a huge fan of the anime. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I really love this figure. I love accessories like this little cute face that she has. She doesn't have the best posability, but again, as I need to point out in this video, this is my top 10 favorite, not the objective best. It is all subjective, and I really enjoy this figure. I've had it on display ever since I finished the show, actually finished the show. If you guys know the history with this, then you know, but you can watch the review if you want to know the full history. The review on this figure, that is. And then Sunraku just really surprised me. He is just such an enjoyable and fun little figure. I've had a lot of fun posing him in goofy little poses with a bunch of other lines. He's just fun. I really enjoy him, and he's such a different aesthetic to your usual anime action figure. And I did very much enjoy the show as well. Season 1, very excited to check out Season 2. Eventually, it was a very cool show, but you can see this is just a very expressive and fun figure. Again, not an objective best, but I do think he is a lot of fun. The only problem really just being that torso movement right there, but he is still super posable and super fun. So those are my first two honorable mentions. My next two honorable mentions is going to the SH Figuarts Aoshi Shinomori and Saito Hajime from the Rurouni Kenshin line. This was a super surprise this year. I wasn't even anticipating to pick up a single figure from this line, as I was not a fan of this series prior to this year, but the remake that recently came out, I decided to give a watch, and I ended up really enjoying it, so I went all in on this line. And you're seeing we have Shinomori and Saito here. There's one missing from this line, but you're going to see him later on in this video. But these figures are absolutely stupendous. Really love them. Great posability, great quality, fantastic accessories, a lot of fun to play with here. Really like these. Definitely wanted to give them a shout out. And my final honorable mention is the SH Figuarts Kaiju number 8. I absolutely loved the Kaiju number 8 line. Super duper fun line right here. And I did pick my favorites, but I wanted to give a honorable mention to Kafka right here. I think he is really awesome. And if you only want one figure from the line, I definitely think he is a strong contender for the one that you should go with. But personally, there were others that I enjoyed more than him, but I definitely wanted to give him a shout out on this list. I think he's super fun with the accessories that he actually comes with, and if you get a bunch more figures in the line, and you get all of the DLC face sculpts, you can have a lot of fun with them. I think this one is my favorite right here. This one came with Reno right here, the smiling face right here. This is such a fun figure, really enjoy it. And if you have stuff like Amazing Yamaguchi Deku, you can actually use his effect pieces to spruce this figure up a little bit, and there's some other figures out there that can also do the job as well. Maybe once the SH Figuarts accessory pack for Deku comes out, you might be able to also use those on these as well. But this is a great figure. Highly recommend picking this up. Actually, one last honorable mention. I had to give a shout out to the amazing Yamaguchi Dabi. I had extremely high expectations for this figure, and it met all of them. I love this thing. It is amazing. I definitely would be interested to see SH Figuarts tackle the character, especially since they are already doing Toga as well. But damn, this was a huge pickup for me this year, and I absolutely love it. Had to give a shout out to this. All right, guys, with that being said, let's jump in to the actual list itself. My top 10 favorite anime action figures of 2024. Coming in at the number 10 spot, ironic that it's number 10 because my number 10 spot is the SH Figuarts Kaiju number 9. What a cool figure release from this year, man. This thing is so damn cool. The accessories he came with are great, has tons of playable options as well, with stuff like the effect piece hands for his attack, a bunch of alternate heads, including a head where he has his tongue out and all of that. Just a very, very cool figure, and super duper posable, having just about all the articulation that an action figure could possibly need, and just awesome. This is just such a crazy figure with such a crazy design that really, really lends itself well to any collection because of its versatility. Not only is it, of course, a Kaiju number 8 figure, but it can also be a great companion piece to stuff like your Demon Slayer line, your Jujutsu Kaisen line, or maybe even the Dan Da Dan line. Very, very, very cool figure, man. And I think a lot of us were very surprised by how genuinely awesome that this thing was, man. Really, really cool stuff. Coming in at the number 9 spot is another Kaiju number 8 figure, and was my personal favorite of the line, and that is Hikaru Shinomiya. I am super duper happy with this figure. I have been having a ton of fun. One collection that I have been having a lot of fun in just building on this year is my Shonen Battle Queen collection. All of the leading ladies from various Shonen series, and this was a huge, huge addition to that. I am super duper happy with this figure. I really wasn't expecting to be really all that like impressed with this figure. I figured it would be just as fun and cool as the other officers in the line, and they were all very, very cool in my opinion. I really loved Mina as well. Thought she was going to make this list, but Hikaru did outdo her. I am super duper happy with this figure. I think the sculpting is amazing. Love how they've done the axe here. It just absolutely blows away the model kit that I previously had as well. Great articulation. I really, really, really love this. And one thing that elevates her, in my opinion, over the other officer figures in the Kaiju number 8 line is the extra posability on her. She actually does have a little bit more crunch at her torso right here, which allows her to get some better poses than the other officer characters. Yeah, I am just really, really, really happy with this figure. I think it is absolutely awesome, and I think if you pick it up, you are going to be very, very, very happy with it. So that is my number 9, Hikaru Shinomiya. Coming in at the number 8 spot is one that, honestly, guys, I do feel a little bit guilty about putting this one on the list, but I love this freaking thing so much, and that is the Naruto 99 Naruto Uzumaki. God, I love this thing, man. In my opinion, this is the absolute quintessential Shippuden Naruto figure, man. It is amazing, and I do recommend getting it alongside the original. So if you already have the original, get this one as well because of the ability to use it as an upgrade kit for your original as well. Not only that, but it also gives you a nice shadow clone as well. But the alternate faces that this particular version comes with are just phenomenal, especially this one right here, which is easily my favorite Shippuden Naruto face sculpt of any of them so far. It is just phenomenal. It perfectly captures his personality, his attitude. It's just amazing. I cannot get over this face, but honestly, this one as well is also really, really fantastic. And all of the faces that this one, even the closed eye face as well, is also amazing and really puts all the faces that this one came with kind of to shame. The comparison here is night and day. The likeness to the character just far better on the Naruto Top 99 release, man. And this mold in general is just genuinely one of my all-time favorite figures in my entire collection. Honestly, I have to really think about it, but this honestly might be my all-time favorite action figure. It is just so goddamn posable. It is so fun. It is endlessly fun to change the accessories out and get all the different poses you want. And obviously, it's freaking Naruto, probably one of my favorite characters in all of fiction, possibly my all-time favorite, man. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, the Naruto Top 99 release right here, absolutely phenomenal. Cannot recommend this figure enough, man. For $35, it is just an absolute must-buy, in my opinion. Absolutely love it. Again, I do feel a little guilty putting this on the list, as it is a mold that was released a couple years ago, so it shouldn't really be eligible, but in my opinion, it has enough improvements and enough things going for it to where it deserves to be considered its own release, and it's easily one of my favorites of 2024. Coming in at the number 7 spot, just because a figure is the worst of its line doesn't mean it can't be your favorite. Number 7 goes to the SH Figuarts Kenshin Himura, and I do genuinely believe that this is the weakest figure in the SH Figuarts Rurouni Kenshin line, but it is my favorite. When I got this thing, man, I could not keep my damn hands off of this figure. It is so fun to pose. There is something about this figure that is just so incredibly satisfying. I really don't know what it is, but it's just so enjoyable. Maybe it's these super duper smooth elbow joints right here that just want to move. The legs right here with the extra ball joints at this section right here, allowing for you to do stuff like this, which just really improves the posability in the legs right here as well, man. I can't get enough of this thing, man. I absolutely love it. It's so good. As you saw, my Saito and my Shinomori are currently packed up. This guy, though, man, I just love this figure so much. He is on my shelf, and honestly, I don't know if I'll ever put him away. He is just so damn fun, and this is definitely where the subjectiveness of this list comes into play, because is this figure better than stuff like Tanjiro, SH Figuarts Tanjiro? Absolutely not, but I like this better than the SH Figuarts Tanjiro. SH Figuarts Tanjiro will not be on this list. I love this figure. I think he is amazing, and I think if you get him, you are going to love him as well. And from what I've been able to tell with the reception on my review and people commenting, a lot of people are as well. There are some people who were not impressed with this figure as well, but obviously not everybody can be pleased. I think this thing is really, really, really amazing, and I love it. Coming in at the number 6 spot on this list, I have decided to give it to the best big brother in all of anime, Itachi. I honestly was expecting this figure to get a little bit higher on my list when I got into Naruto at the beginning of this year. Of course, I got a brand new favorite anime of all time this year when I watched Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Itachi is one of my favorite characters of the series, so I immediately got super duper excited for the SH Figuarts Itachi, and to be honest, it didn't 100% meet my expectations, but it came pretty damn close right here. This thing is absolutely fantastic. There absolutely could be some character bias going in right here. Of course, once again, to reiterate, this list is fully subjective. It is my favorites of the year, not the best by any means, but hey, I could definitely see an argument for putting this one on the best, and I will say that the cloth goods on this figure are probably some of the best I have ever seen in an action figure to date. They are really, really awesome, but the figure is honestly super fun to pose both with and without the cloak right here. This right here is from the Arthur Toys Sasuke upgrade kit right here. That does not come included with Itachi right there, but it does look damn good with him, I believe. But I would love to see SH Figuarts maybe tackle another version of Itachi with maybe a little bit more accessories than this Naruto Top 99 version, but it's so awesome to have one of the best and most iconic characters in all of anime in action figure form and have him come out so damn good, man. Really, really, really love this thing, and that is my number 6 favorite release of 2024. But just like in the Naruto Top 99 poll, Itachi gets beaten out just a little bit by Minato. Number 5 is SH Figuarts Naruto Top 99 Minato. Man, I love this thing. I have been posing the ever-loving hell out of this. This is absolutely one of my favorite Naruto SH Figuarts releases to date. It is absolutely phenomenal, man. This electric part does not come with him, but it looks really, really, really good on there. I actually think that comes with a Marvel Marvel Legends figure, but as you can see, looks absolutely amazing on here, and I just love this guy. The sculpt and the paint are absolutely immaculate. The quality is absolutely phenomenal, maybe even better than the Kakashi, which he does share some parts from as well. Truly phenomenal, and this was the first proper Hokage figure that we did get in the line, and gets me very, very, very excited for more Hokages in the future. Of course, Lady Tsunade coming out next year, and hopefully we will get a Hashirama and a Hiruzen at some point, and a Tobirama as well. Why not? But yes, this figure is absolutely awesome. Totally met my expectations. The reason I have him a little bit higher than Itachi, because I do like Itachi as a character more, but personally, this one met my expectations and exceeded them a little bit more than Itachi, man. I love this figure. I think he is super duper cool. I know a lot of people have complained about the plastic cloak right here. Wish it was a soft goods, but honestly, I actually quite like the design of it right here, because it does make it look a little bit more action-y right there. I will admit, when it's in a more standard pose, it does distract a little bit right there, but hopefully Tamashii Nations will eventually make another Minato with either a cloth goods or one that's sculpted hanging totally normal right there. Naruto line is definitely becoming one of Tamashii Nation's go-tos, one of its babies, and I 100% understand why, and 100% am fine with it, because this figure and the Itachi and yet another figure and also the Naruto 99 one are just phenomenal, man. This is where it got super duper close, but the number is actually a huge surprise, man. It is Dual Zangetsu Ichigo. Man, I love this thing. This thing is freaking awesome, guys. If you have not picked this up, all of you Bleach fans, if you have not picked this up, man, pick this up, especially since we are now getting the Hollow Ichigo as well. It is going to be so cool to have a little Ichigo display going on. This thing is just awesome, man. In my opinion, this is the first legitimately great figure in the Bleach line. I have enjoyed some of the previous ones like Renji and Hitsugaya, but this one is by far and beyond the absolute best, having so much going for him, like Getsuga Tensho effects, including this amazing one that you can put on the sword right there, the ability to have him sheathed, to have his sword, his Zangetsu sheathed on his body using the tabs right there on here, and the one that you can put right here as well, the little Zangetsu as well. He is just so dynamic, so fun to pose, fantastic head sculpt and likeness right there. I just love this thing. I haven't been able to keep my damn hands off of this thing ever since I got it, and I also love the additional engineering that they put on this figure to give him slightly better movement than the other figures in the Bleach line right here. I absolutely love this damn figure. I think he is amazing, and it makes me even more excited for the pre-time skip Hollow Ichigo coming, because if he's just as good as this guy or better, then I think the Bleach line might finally start getting the turnaround that it deserves. Bleach is, I am rapidly becoming a huge fan of the series after the second core of the 1,000-Year Blood War, and yeah, this thing is awesome. I love this figure. And it was a super close match from that figure to my number 4, but this character, this figure of this character, man, is just so damn special to me. Number 4 is Revoltech Uraraka, man. I can't. I'm so happy with this damn figure, man. It is everything I ever wanted it to be and more, man. Easily one of my favorite characters from My Hero Academia, which, by the way, is my anime of the year. Season 7 of My Hero Academia, far and beyond my favorite anime to release in 2024. And this thing is just absolutely phenomenal. It is a little bit pricey, but in my opinion, it is worth every single penny. I love this figure, from the sculpt to the paint to the articulation to the accessories. It is damn near flawless in my opinion. Seriously, I just love this thing. Quality is phenomenal. I love the ability to switch her fringe from either the regular fringe here or the fringe that has her helmet on, her helmet designed for the rest of her suit right there. So awesome. The little tentacle things are actually really cool, and allow and give you a lot more options for the posability of the figure right there, in a super fun and clever way to help bulk up the figure to make it feel like it's more worth the retail price, which is rather high, but in my opinion, it is 100% worth it. I really love this thing, man. It is so good. I haven't been able to keep my eyes off of this thing ever since I added it to my Hero Academia collection, man. It is so damn good, and I really do not know if SHF are going to be able to top this figure when they eventually make their Uraraka, man. It is fantastic. And we have reached the top 2. Now, you all already know what number 1 is, of course, but the number 2 spot for me is going Kurama Link Mode Naruto, man. Oh my god, this freaking thing. Damn, this figure honestly is just kind of on a whole nother level. In all honesty, this is definitely the best figure that I got in 2024. But of course, one figure beat this out on the fact of nostalgia, sentimental value, and whatnot. We'll get to that in a second, as if you don't already know exactly what my number 1 is of this year. But god damn, man, I love this thing. The plastic that they made this thing out of is just so damn premium, man. It feels amazing to pose. He has held up beautifully over the months, man, and I have posed the ever-loving hell out of him. He just looks so fluid and dynamic no matter what pose you put him in right there, man. It is absolutely phenomenal, man. The sculpting on his head sculpt in particular is just amazing. It's crazy how it's all, like, almost all one color, and yet the face just pops out so well and looks so accurate to how it looks in the anime with the chakra particles, like, coming off of the outfit right there. Oh, this thing is just absolutely phenomenal, man. I love it. I love it to no end. It is absolutely immaculate. The little Sage of Six Path logos right there. And number 2 goes to Kurama Link Mode Naruto, man. Seriously. This figure is honestly kind of a work of art, in my opinion, man. Like, it's just so damn good. It's so fun to look at. It's so aesthetically pleasing. It's fun to pose. It feels great. I love it, man. Anybody who skipped out on this missed out on an absolute gem. But coming in at the number 1 spot, you guys know there was absolutely no contest. Amazing Yamaguchi Yusei, a figure that of my literal dreams, a figure that me as a child was literally having dreams about ever one day having and owning. And as I went through my life and continued to watch what is one of my all-time favorite series, I never thought I would ever get this, and Revoltech has done it. Eventually, SH Figuarts is probably going to make their Yusei as well, and it will probably be an objectively better figure than this, and I am ecstatic for when that day comes. But for now, I have an import level Yusei action figure, and I could not be happier about it. It is beautiful, man. It is absolutely beautiful. Oh my god, I love this thing to no end. It is one of my absolute favorite figures in my collection, if not my absolute favorite. I'm not gonna spoil that because I do want to make a top 10 favorite figures in my entire collection at some point next year. It is a video that I am planning on making next year, but you will obviously expect to see this in the top 5, man. It is absolutely beautiful, man. Beautiful job on the dual disc and everything. The details on my boy here. I know a lot of people skipped out on this because the Jaden was not very good. The Jaden was a Revoltech figure. This is an actual Revoltech amazing Yamaguchi figure. It is far more along the lines of the My Hero Academia line. It is really, really, really beautiful. I'm super happy with it, and I cannot wait to get the Junk Warrior to go with it and the Stardust Dragon to go with it next year as well. This is a dream come true of mine. And there you have it, everybody. Those are my top 10 favorite releases of 2024. This video stressed the hell out of me, but I'm pretty damn happy with how it came out. So please, if you enjoyed the video, please go down, give me a like down below, and if you guys are sad that one of your favorite figures of the year didn't make the list, man, I cannot stress enough that this was such a difficult freaking list to make. Possibly the hardest top 10 list I have ever made. This was such an immaculate year. There were so many amazing figures that came out this year that I would have loved to put on this list, like the SH Figuarts high school figures from the JJK line, the Tanjiro, of course. Even Revoltech had some other bangers I would have loved to put in here, like Aizawa and Kirishima, man. But these are the best of the best. Well, not the best of the best. These are my favorite of them all. I love these. These represent characters and series that I got into this year that I really enjoyed. Characters I've been wanting for years that we finally got figures of. A brand new all-time favorite of mine as well. And some surprise bangers as well. In my opinion, we got everything in here. I'm very, very, very happy with the list. I don't think I would change anything about it, man. These are my favorite. So with that being said, be sure to leave me in the comments down below your favorite figures of the year as well. I would love to have lots of conversations with you. For other people who collected other lines, of course, with the Dragon Ball line, they had stuff like the Full Power Frieza, which looked like an amazing figure. I'm sure I'm going to see a lot of people with that on their lists, but for me, these were the best. So there you have it, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe give me a like, subscribe for some more anime action figure content in the future and reviews. There is a very, very, very exciting year coming up in 2024. We already have an amazing list of figures coming out with more to come. Just got a whole bunch more announced, stuff like the SH Figuarts My Hero Academia line, the SH Figuarts Hunter x Hunter line, and hopefully an SH Figuarts Yu-Gi-Oh line down the pipe as well. And hopefully some more love for the Bleach line, because I really, really, really want that to happen. And tons of Naruto love as well. So stay tuned in the future. And with that being said, everybody, this is DK Guillotine, signing out.